Hi, Charlotte.
Hello.
Nice to see you. So, just wanted to obviously spend a bit of time going through your journey so far with us since you've joined through our academy programme. So, thank you so much for spending some time with me. First of all, could you tell us about what you were doing before you became a travel counsellor?
So before I became a travel counsellor, I was spending the majority of my career in sales. But just prior to joining travel counsellors, I was actually working in marketing and social media, which was great, and I acquired some brilliant skills, but it just didn't fulfil me.
And why did you want to switch careers and set up your own travel business?
So I wanted to switch careers because I'd always had it in the back of my mind that somewhere I wanted to work in travel, and I didn't know what capacity at all, but I took a long hard think about what I might want to do, and it was an idea that my husband had planted in my mind because I'm always the friend that people come to ask ideas on holiday and plan their holidays for them. So he made a bit of a joke of it that I should become a travel agent, and it kind of just stuck from there, and I explored the idea more, and here I am today.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. And how did you first hear about travel counsellors?
So in terms of hearing about travel counsellors, I'd always known about them as one of a really trusted brand in my area of homeworking agents. And for me, it was really important that if I was to work with a brand, it would be one that I would be proud to represent and would be a trusted brand from the get-go. So yes, that was why I chose travel counsellors.
Okay, thank you. And did you look at any other travel franchises or business opportunities before coming to us?
Before I explored travel counsellors, I did look at a few other franchises as well. I have to say, I did my research, which you absolutely have to do when you are going into exploring the idea of setting up your own business as a franchisee. What I found was a lot of them were very competitive, very salesy, and it was actually quite frightening how many of them were very focused about how much money you can make and not about the customer journey. For me, the client journey is of paramount importance. And so when I spoke to travel counsellors for the first time, everything felt very aligned because it was very much about making sure the customer has a brilliant experience, and that just comes above everything else. So that, for me, confirmed that it was the right decision to make.
Okay, fab. And did you have any apprehensions about leaving a salaried role? And if so, how did you overcome these?
I definitely had some apprehensions about leaving a salaried role because obviously it's a massive comfort blanket when you have a regular salary coming in. But I kind of knew deep down that the marketing role was not fulfilling me. And so for a long time, I was squirreling away money to ensure that I would have a good buffer zone, that within my first year of maybe setting up my business, I could rely on that. So yeah, from that perspective, I definitely had apprehensions, and it's the fear of the unknown. However, if you have vision and you keep your vision strong, you work through that and you work a way around that.
Brilliant, thank you. And how would you describe the first 9 months as a travel counsellor?
So the first 9 months of being a travel counsellor, I won't lie, is a roller coaster of emotions, of learning new skills. It's the steepest learning curve ever, but it is the most amazing experience. Every day is different, which again is quite exciting. Knowing what you're, firing up your laptop every day, what inquiries are going to come in, what reviews are going to come in. That is the pleasure of this. It's a very varied role, but yeah, definitely the first 9 months have been absolutely brilliant. I've loved every minute of it, even the bits that haven't gone my way. Sometimes you learn from those moments, and that makes you a better business person.
Can you tell us how you found your clients over the last 9 months?
So in terms of finding my clients, they have come from quite a wide variety of different areas. I principally in the first probably 5 months, it was mostly my warm network. So people I already know, my friends, family, people who I've known like previous workplaces. But that is not enough to just sustain a business on. As we know, family and friends can be quite tricky when it comes to booking holidays. So for me, it was really important not to rely on that basis of clientele. And so I very quickly networks a lot. I network in various different places, very formal groups, very informal groups, on the golf course. Opportunities can come from anywhere. So for me, it's been really important to put myself out there as much as I can. And that in itself has felt like a full-time role. It still does, but I love the process of that, of meeting new people and finding out more about them, building those relationships with those people so that hopefully one day they recommend me to their networks.
And just on that, how have you used social media in the last 9 months?
Social media for me, I've been using, so in terms of how I've used social media in the last 9 months, I've been really, really consistent on posting, but not just generic posts. I've really tried very, very hard to make it very personal, because, and I don't mean this to sound big-headed at all, but in terms of differentiating yourself with another travel representative, whether it's someone from Travel Counsellors or another company, the difference is you. And so putting your name, your face out there, you are your brand. And so it is really, really important to ensure that, I constantly show up on my stories on Instagram, and I constantly, even when I'm having a bit of a bad day, people love that. They want to relate to that. So I genuinely have been very consistent across my chosen platforms. I've yet to crack TikTok, but that's my next step.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. And what would you say your commitment has been so far in what you've put into the business?
So my commitment to this business, I've been all in. For me, this is go time. So I've not done this half-heartedly at all. I have worked at this some days, 7 days a week. And the best thing about this is because I have a family, I have 3 children, I've been able to work that around their schedule. But it gives me the flexibility of being able to, hop in at a weekend if I need to, or, work after school if I need to, or log on in the evening if I need to. But my principal core hours are whilst they're at school, and that works really, really well. But yeah, it is something that you have to be utterly committed to. I have definitely found that even the social media side of things is a full-time job in itself. Working on your business and working in your business is a full-time job, and I can't imagine doing this on a select number of hours a week. For me, this is a full-time thing, but it's a pleasurable full-time job.
Brilliant, thank you. And how did you find the induction and onboarding process?
So the induction and the onboarding process is absolutely brilliant. It is just so slick. It is very, very efficient in terms of giving you the right amount of information that you need to not create overwhelm, but equally make you compliant and get you excited about tackling your first inquiries. For me, I've been lucky enough to be mentored by one of the best mentors in the business. And alongside that training, he has provided me some excellent mentorship. So there's this just constant pouring in of knowledge from so many people across the business, but the training team and the induction process is just very easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy. It's very straightforward. It's it's done in nice bite-sized chunks. So yeah, and the learning process is a constant one, but it's done in such a way that it's structured really, really well.
Brilliant, okay. And as a newbie to travel, how would you describe the training and support here at Travel Counsellors?
So the training and support at Travel Counsellors is the one thing for me which is the standout reason why anyone would want to join. And obviously you don't know that before you've joined, but honestly, if you speak to anyone when you're doing your research, it is the number one thing that I've been blown away by is the amount of support you get, not only from the official training and support networks, but the wider community at Travel Counsellors is just incredible. There is this unconditional knowledge exchange that is always taking place, and whether that's on TC World, whether it's on a TC Facebook group, whether it's in a WhatsApp chat, there is always someone there to help you if you are stuck with something. So I've never felt alone, and that has been the best thing, that you have this amazing sense of community. Everyone has got your back. Even the people in the accounts team have got your back. It is just, honestly, mind-blowing, the support that you get here.
Oh, fantastic. And what are you enjoying the most about being a travel counsellor?
What am I enjoying most about being a travel counsellor? Oh my gosh, there's so much. I love it. There is the people. The people probably are the number one thing. Meeting new people and meeting other travel counsellors on, events and fan trips and things like that have been just absolutely incredible. I love the fact that, as I said earlier, that every day is different. I love the fact that I'm making a difference. That for me is a big thing. I've got the I'm empowered to do that through Travel Counsellors, to make a difference. Our mantra is going beyond, and for me, I always want to go beyond for all of my clients in terms of making sure they have the best holiday, and so I'm fully backed by that mantra, which is the best thing.
Oh, fabulous. And what would you say to anyone who is thinking of joining Travel Counsellors?
Oh, what would I say to someone who's thinking of joining Travel Counsellors? Definitely do your research, have a chat with lots of other travel counsellors in your area, and ask them not to sugarcoat it. Honestly, ask, this is what I did, and it was the best experience ever. I heard from so many different travel counsellors around my area, some who had been in it 20 years, others who had been in it 6 months, and hearing their experiences really helped me form a decision about whether Travel Counsellors would be the right company for me to work with and represent. I would also say ensure that you have enough time to dedicate to your business. And I think it's really important that when setting up any new business, you have to be all in with it in terms of the hours that you put in, the investment that you put in mentally, physically. It is if you want to see great traction, you have to put the hours in, and that means getting out from behind your PC, getting out there, meeting as many people as possible, putting yourselves in as many situations as possible where you're connecting with new people and building new relationships. I would also make sure as well that you have enough savings in place to buffer you for your first year. That is really important because you may well feel confident in getting your bookings, but your bookings may not be until the following year, which is what has been the case with myself. So I've made lots of bookings for 2026, but then of course this year I need to survive with some money. So thankfully I had my buffer zone money in place. So that is one thing that I would really make sure I would advise any new potential travel counsellors to have in place before. And probably the fourth thing is just do it. Believe in yourself and just do it.
So tell us about some of the opportunities you've had so far.
So some of the opportunities I've had so far since joining have been absolutely brilliant. One of the things I would say is going on fan trips has been just so incredibly insightful for me. I've been fortunate enough to go on 2 river cruise fan trips, which have just been so brilliantly educational for me. I love learning anyway, and so learning what a new concept of travel is like and seeing it through the client's eyes has been a fabulous opportunity. Also going to events such as TC Together, the Clear conference. One of my highlights of this year has been the Clear Budapest River Cruise Conference. That was just incredible. I met so many of the other people from the TC community there, which really made me, it really concreted the fact that I'm in the right place at the right time with the right people. And so opportunities like that have just been absolutely brilliant to me learning lots more, to feeling part of an active community more, and just making sure that my knowledge is improving all the time.
How did you know Travel Counsellors was right for you?
Several reasons that I knew that Travel Counsellors would be right for me. Firstly, the commitment to making sure that the client has a really good experience was really, really important. I think secondly was their constant investment in technology for both making the booking process so much easier for the Travel Counsellor community, but also making sure that from a customer perspective, it's really, really easy, particularly with the app. But I think one of the other things that really, really appealed to me was that, and this is in comparison to some of the other travel franchises, was that Travel Counsellors doesn't make it competitive. I've worked in a sales environment where I'm pitted against my colleagues on league tables, and I hated that. I wanted to work at my own pace, to build a sustainable, organic business that feels authentic and true to me, but I didn't want to be pitted against my colleagues in that respect. So for me, I love the fact that it's not competitive and everyone is cheering you on, no matter what stage you're at.